Welcome everyone to session 4 of Zoom Spaces webinar series. I am Vinod Krishnamurthy and I'm delighted to have you join us today for an exciting session exploring key functionalities of Zoom Rooms. As this is a simul-live session, please share your questions in the Q&A panel and we will respond to you with answers post the session over email. Also, at the end of the session, do not forget to share your feedback through a survey that will pop up at the end and let us know what we should be covering in the upcoming sessions. Here are the topics we will be covering today. We will start with smart name tags, covering the prerequisites and glance through the setup. We will discuss about owning the meeting assets of meetings hosted by Zoom Rooms. We will cover support or help button activation on Zoom Rooms, cover additional ways to control Zoom Room, especially Zoom Room for touch devices when there is no additional physical Zoom Room controller on the table. We will discuss different workflows supported by Zoom Room kiosk. And finally, cover interop capability with PEXIP Connect for Zoom for Microsoft Teams meeting. Let us begin with smart name tags. Smart name tags in Zoom Rooms enhance meetings by automatically displaying participants' names on screen during a video meeting. This feature uses AI-powered voice and video recognition to identify who is speaking and show their name in real time, making it easier for all the participants to know who is talking, especially in large meetings. The system works by detecting faces and matching voices to display the correct name tag as people speak, helping create more personal and engaging meeting experiences without manual intervention. The feature combines both video and voice recognition technology to ensure accurate name tag placement and timing, making meetings more efficient and personal while reducing the cognitive load of trying to remember who each participant is. As Zoom Room supports different camera modes, it is important to know in which camera mode smart name tag will be supported. Smart name tags for video will be supported in Zoom camera modes, including manual, auto framing, smart gallery, and intelligent director. The hardware produced camera modes are also supported, including auto framing, speaker focus, and presenter focus. Smart name tag are not currently supported in multi-camera mode or with companion Zoom Rooms. Let's look at the prerequisites for smart name tags to work. Smart name tags for video is only available on Mac and Windows Zoom Rooms with equipments that meet the minimum hardware specification. Smart name tag for voice is available on Mac, Windows, and select Android Zoom Rooms with equipments that meet minimum hardware specification. To view smart name tags in meetings as remote participants, the minimum Zoom desktop or mobile client version must be 6.1.10 or later. As you are seeing, there are two functionalities of smart name tags. Smart name tag for video, it's a new feature for Zoom Room that applies name tags to the people in the Zoom Room video. While smart name tags for voice can highlight the speaker in the room and the resulting speaker tag can be used to provide attribution in the meeting related features like captions, transcriptions, and meeting summaries. These enhancements help the meeting to be more productive and inclusive, making it easier for other participants to know who is in the room and who is speaking. In case the user wants to modify the name tag during the call, both automatic and manual name tags for video and voice can be edited in the meeting via the Zoom Room controller. For automatic smart name tag, participants have to consent and opt in by uploading an image of themselves as a reference photo. The video from the Zoom Room is compared by analyzing the facial geometry and features from enrolled user's reference photo, and enrolled user's name tag is displayed on the video in which they appear. Manual smart name tags for video, if enabled, Zoom Room will apply name tags to people in the Zoom Room video even if they are not identified. By default, generic name tags, example participant 1, will be used. Users will be able to change or edit their name tags from Zoom Room controller. For automatic smart name tag for voice, participants have to consent and opt in by uploading a voice sample of themselves as a reference audio recording. When both smart name tag for voice and smart name tag for video are enabled, the Zoom Room can also provide active speaker indication for in-room participants by highlighting the smart name tag of the speaker in the room when they are speaking in a meeting. To note, smart name tags for voice may not be visible on the video or display unless combined with smart name tag for video and may only show up in related meeting features like transcripts and summaries. Smart name tag for voice can also be edited by the meeting host in the cloud recording transcript post meeting. Manual smart name tag for voice, if enabled, Zoom Room will automatically highlight the different speaker in the Zoom Room during a meeting. By default, generic speaker tags, example speaker 1, will be used. Users will be able to change or edit their speaker tag. For smart name tags to work, these settings will have to be enabled by admin and users. The administrator must enable account setting to allow their users to enroll into smart name tags, video and voice. If enabled by administrator, users can enable one or both automatic modes of features via the profile settings of their account. Users who choose to enroll in the account and consent to automatic smart name tag can upload a reference photo or create a reference audio recording. At any time, users can disable each feature and retain the reference photo and audio recording can be re-enabled on a future date. Or users can delete the reference photo and audio recording, which disables the respective feature. The admin selection can also be disabled by admin at any time. For automatic smart name tags, administrators can elect to allow users to upload their own reference photo or to use their on-file profile photo as a reference photo. Now let's look at what settings admin has to enable on Zoom Room side. The administrator must enable smart name tag from Zoom account settings or location settings as shown in the slide. Additionally, admin can allow your Zoom Room to automatically identify users who are external to your organization who have enrolled for automatic smart name tags for video and voice. One important thing to remember about smart name tag identification. For automatic smart name tag to work, enrolled users must be included on the meeting invite before the meeting begins. The Zoom Room must also be included in the same meeting invite before the meeting begins. Or the enrolled users on the Zoom meeting must pair with the Zoom Room using their Zoom Workplace desktop or mobile app before the Zoom Room joins the meeting. Now that you have seen what setting you need to enable on your Zoom account to use smart name tags, let's have a look at a corporate video of Zoom explaining this feature.
With more than 80% of organizations adopting a diverse approach to hybrid work, we need solutions that optimize both our in-person experiences as well as the experiences of those who may be joining meetings virtually. Zoom Spaces is a full suite of flexible work solutions that drive collaboration and inclusivity and optimize in-person time. Smart name tags leverage AI to create inclusive experiences. Smart name tags apply name tags to people in a Zoom room, making it easier for other participants to know who is in the room and who is speaking. There are two modes to smart name tags, automatic and manual. Automatic smart name tags also have two components that users can enroll in separately. Automatic smart name tags for video, which uses an image, and automatic smart name tags for voice, which uses a voice recording. When both are enabled, the Zoom Room can provide active speaker indication by highlighting the smart name tag of the speaker during the meeting. Smart name tags for voice become even more powerful when used with other meeting features. For example, the resulting name tag can be displayed in closed captions, transcripts, or AI companion meeting summaries. Once enabled by the admin, users can enroll and consent through their profile to the automatic mode. Then their name tags will be displayed automatically and can also be edited during the meeting if needed. You can allow automatic smart name tags to recognize enrolled people outside your organization. Manual smart name tags displays a generic name tag for video and voice that can be edited on the Zoom Rooms controller directly. Features like this can help make meetings more inclusive and more productive, allowing each Zoom Rooms participant to be seen and identified better. Be more connected, engaged, and productive with smart name tags for Zoom Rooms.
Have you ever come across a situation when you had an ad hoc meeting from a Zoom room and recorded the session, and then at the end of the meeting struggled to get hold of the meeting assets like meeting recordings and meeting summary? Well, this happens because earlier, when ad hoc meeting was created on Zoom Room was the host, and we did not have a mechanism to pass the meeting assets in case they were created during the meeting to be saved after the meeting, as Zoom Room cannot own the assets and meeting assets can only be owned by validated user on the account. With version 6.4.5 released, we are now allowing users to gain access to those meeting assets from the Zoom Room on Windows, Mac, and appliance. Users can now claim ownership of ad hoc meetings through QR code scanning or email verification when AI companion feature has been enabled. Once claimed, the meeting automatically inherits the user's personal AI companion settings, and the user will receive all the meeting assets from the meeting, such as recordings, meeting summaries, and whiteboards. Users cannot claim ownership of ad hoc meeting assets using an email address that is not registered in the same Zoom account. Let's look at how to enable this feature. The prerequisite for seeing the QR code option for pairing with Zoom Room is first to enable the option to allow users in the account to pair with their desktop and mobile app with Zoom Room. Now, this feature can be enabled at the account, location, or room level settings. Without this option being enabled, the QR code will not be visible on the Zoom Room surfaces. After pairing function is enabled for users, admins will have to enable the option to display QR code on Zoom Room across different surfaces like Zoom Room display and Zoom Room controller from the meeting settings at the account, location, or device level. The first option that you see on this page, the QR code option, will be displayed on the top banner of the TV while Zoom Room is in a meeting, only for Zoom Room for touch devices. If the main Zoom Room had companion room attached to it, the QR code will not show up on the companion room. Other QR code options like display QR code while the room is in idle state or QR code on the Zoom Room controller when it is in idle or in meeting state is supported by all types of shared Zoom Room platforms. Once the pairing and the QR code feature is enabled for the room, you will see the QR code option reflecting on the Zoom Room and the Zoom Room controller as shown in the slide. The QR code on the controller can be opened by clicking on the QR code icon reflecting on the right top of the controller screen, or when a user clicks on the record button from the Zoom Room controller. This example snapshot shown here is of a Zoom Room appliance device. In this demo clip, you are seeing Zoom Room for touch display on the left and Zoom mobile app view on the right. Let's start an ad hoc meeting from the Zoom Room and connect another Zoom Room within the same account from the contact page. The Zoom Room is connected, and on top right you can see the QR code shown in meeting, as this is a Zoom Room for touch device. You can see that AI companion with meeting summary is on. When you try to end the meeting now, Zoom Room is providing an option to save the meeting assets. When you click on Save, it provides the option for scanning the QR code from the Workplace app or enter user email manually. Please note the user has to belong to the same Zoom account as the Zoom Room to claim the meeting assets. Let's try to pair the Workplace app on mobile using QR code. As soon as the user gets paired, they get the option to claim and save the meeting assets under their profile. Once the user has claimed the assets, now when you try to end the meeting, the option that was visible earlier to claim the asset is not available anymore. This feature now has ensured that ad hoc meeting assets that used to get lost or discarded because it cannot be retained by the Zoom Room will no longer be lost, and user has the choice to claim the ownership. It is a general practice to provide some help desk numbers published within the meeting rooms so that users in the meeting room, when they need some IT support or need to order something from the pantry or require some office supplies for brainstorming activity, can quickly connect to the needed source and get their job done. To simplify the process of getting hold of the resources when needed, for meeting rooms that are enabled with Zoom Room, we can enable support button on Zoom Room so that user need not look at alternate devices or services to reach out to the backend teams. So let's see how to activate this feature on Zoom Rooms. Zoom Room support tab can be enabled at account location or room settings. Navigate to the support tab under the settings and you can enable support icon for Zoom Room for Touch and Zoom Room controller. The configuration of the support function allows up to 6 buttons to be added. Each button can provide different function. For example, IT support button can be configured for video engagement with Zoom Contact Center integration. Access to pantry services and stationery department can be via Zoom Phone or SIP PBX integration, supporting direct extension calling, calling over PSTN, or connecting to a Zoom Phone call queue. The Zoom Room support button works differently on different Zoom Room devices. In the snapshot shown, the image on the left is taken from Zoom Room for Touch device, and the image on the right above me, is taken from a Zoom Room controller of an appliance. It is important to know what functionality works where. The Zoom Room for Touch supports the Zoom Contact Center feature starting with version 6.0.0 and the Zoom Phone and SIP PBX features starting with 6.5.0. The Zoom Room controller only supports Zoom Phone or SIP PBX call integrations starting with version 6.4.0 and does not display support actions routed to Zoom Contact Center. Here is a quick demo of Zoom Room for Touch support button in action, where user is calling IT support over video through Zoom Contact Center integration. So you can see how easy it is to support user conference room needs by activating Zoom Room support or help button. Please note that this functionality is supported when Zoom Room is not in a meeting. With the heightened avoidance of shared touch devices as people return to office, as well as Zoom Room controllers always not being in the most convenient location within a room, the Zoom desktop or mobile app can pair with your Zoom Room to provide some control functions on your device. This allows you to pair with the Zoom Room you are in, start or join a meeting, and control the Zoom room all on your personal device without having to interact with the local Zoom room controller. You can also pair with your desktop client with nearby Zoom room to start the meeting from the Zoom room. Now let's first see how to enable Zoom Room Controller app function from Marketplace for all the users. Navigate to marketplace.zoom.us. Log in with owner or admin credentials having developer platform permission. Search for Zoom Room Controller app from the search bar. Click on Add for Others and enable it for all the users or user groups as per requirement. Save the settings. Now navigate to Zoom account settings and navigate to Zoom app section. Ensure that Zoom app quick launch button is enabled. Now when the user navigates to the Zoom Workplace app, they can see the notification that the admin has enabled Zoom Room Controller app. Navigate to Zoom Apps section in the client. You can see the Zoom Room Controller app published. Click on the app and enter the sharing key of the Zoom room where the user is present. You can see the Zoom Room controller page and it mirrors the functionality of the physical Zoom Room controller kept on the table. You can anytime unpair the app from the Zoom Room by clicking on this button. The Zoom Room controller app, once enabled from Marketplace, can be accessed by Workplace client on desktop and mobile under Zoom Apps section. You can also install a standalone version of Zoom Room controller app from Mobile App Store and sign in with the user account and pair with the Zoom Room. You can see that from the image on far right of the slide. The pairing process with the Zoom Room is the same in all three methods. With proximity method, Zoom can auto-identify the nearby Zoom room or enter the sharing key on the Zoom Room display to pair with the Zoom Room. The Zoom Room and the controller app should be on the same network. Once paired, Zoom Room controller will be available with all the control functions. Start meeting, join meeting, start screen share, invite participants, mute audio and video, changing the layouts, room controls for AV, and all in meeting room controls. The room controller app gets unpaired when the meeting is disconnected. Now this disconnection happens when a user is directly accessing the room controls app and pairing with the Zoom Room. If the user, instead of pairing the room control app, pairs their desktop or mobile workplace app first and then initiates the control functions, their workplace app can connect as companion to the Zoom room, and upon meeting disconnection, user will be presented with a choice to keep connected with the Zoom room or disconnect completely. This scenario is not covered in the slide, and I would encourage you all to test this capability. Up to 10 users can pair with the Zoom Room to control the Zoom Room function via Control app. This limit is independent of other control surfaces of Zoom Room. A Zoom Room kiosk is a specialized interface that transforms your Zoom Room into an interactive service point. It enables virtual receptionists and help desk capabilities, allowing organizations to provide remote assistance and services through video communication. Key features and use cases of kiosk include virtual receptionist services, connecting visitors with remote receptionists or staff, providing instant assistance through video calls, and help desk support functionalities like on-demand technical assistance and remote troubleshooting capabilities. It can also act as a hotline to access emergency services and connect with emergency teams and knock centers for assistance. As far as workspace management is concerned, it supports room and desk reservation functions for employees, package and delivery management, and other visitor management services. Kiosk mode transforms the standard Zoom room into interactive service points, making it ideal for lobbies, information desks, and help zones where immediate face to face communication is needed, but physical staff presence isn't required. Let's start with kiosk configuration. In Zoom Room Management, create a Zoom profile running in kiosk mode. Now navigate to Kiosk tab within Zoom settings. You can see different functions that you can enable on the kiosk. Receptionist, visitor management, workspace reservation, and deliveries management. You can enable one or all of the services to be supported on the kiosk. Let's enable all services for the demo purpose. Let's start with receptionist button configuration. You can have up to 6 functions configured under the receptionist button. In this example, we are configuring video knock, phone help desk, facility admin, product info, beverage ordering, and help desk on video. Let's look at what are the action types configured under video knock. Action type here is user contact and Zoom rooms from the account. Up to 4 contacts can be added. Under phone help desk, the action type is Zoom phone, and a call queue is configured on it. You can see different call queue from the drop-down. This information is being pulled from Zoom Phone Management Call Queue section. Here again, you can give a specific name to the button and add a custom icon for clear identification. Let's look at Facility Admin button. Here again, the action type is Zoom Phone, but instead of call queue, we are defining direct PSTN number. Please note, Zoom Phone services needs to be configured for Zoom Room Kiosk. Let's look at Video Help Desk button. Here the action type is Contact Center. Under Flow section, we see drop-down menu to select a specific flow for kiosk to handle. This information is being pulled from Zoom Contact Center flow, and that can be customized as per workflow needs. You can see a specific contact center queue added to the flow that is selected on the kiosk. This has specific set of agents and supervisors assigned. The rest of the 2 icons are also using Contact Center Flow, offering different functionality, which includes integration with third-party systems. Let's look at Visitor tab. We offer 2 action buttons here, one for pre-registered visitor check-in and another for ad hoc registrations. Let's look at ad hoc visitor registration. We can assign a location for which the kiosk will handle ad hoc visitor registration. We can add list of users who will receive notification upon visitor registration completion. This can include your facility admins and site receptionists. Similarly, we can add user notification to be sent to specific individuals upon visitor check-in. Now we have workspace reservation and deliveries left. Let's look at delivery configuration. Here you can define a mailroom's location where package deliveries will be stored. You can allow deliveries to be added through kiosk, allowing scanning of packages and sending notification to users. For workspace reservation to show up floor maps, configure kiosk on workspace management location and assign it to default floor whose map should be shown when user press the kiosk button. Admin can enable navigation to alternate floors from kiosk for booking workspace on some other floor other than the default floor. Let's preview the kiosk look before activating the Zoom room with kiosk profile. Now let's look at the kiosk in action. To activate the Zoom room for touch with kiosk profile, click on Zoom room for touch profile and on the next page hit sign in. Enter the activation code of the kiosk profile just created on Zoom room management page. Kiosk can be configured to show digital signage when it is in idle state. Click on the kiosk screen and see the action buttons that are configured on it. Click on receptionist and you will see all the functions we enabled under receptionist button. For the purpose of this demo, we will just connect with video knock. You can see we got connected to Zoom room that was configured in contact. Let's go back to previous menu. Click on visitor button. We will test ad hoc registration of visitor. All options that visitor needs to fill are defined by admin. Visitor enters the name of the employee and selects the host from the drop-down list. Fill the questionnaire configured by administrator. Complies with the guidelines of the campus and completes the registration. Upon completion, host gets notified. Let's look at how an employee in the organization can reserve a desk on an ad hoc basis from kiosk. Employee sees the default floor on the kiosk, navigates to alternate floor. He can rotate the floor map for best view. Checks where his colleague is sitting. And books a desk near him by scanning the QR code and reserving the desk with his Zoom profile. You can see the profile picture put up on the desk post-reservation. Before moving into the facility, employee can check for deliveries. Since the location of the mailroom got changed recently, he can check how to navigate to the mailroom using wayfinding on kiosk. Before going to the mailroom, he can check if there are any delivery packages he received from the delivery staff. He can see there are 2 packages for him to collect. He decides to pick one before going to his desk. Marks the package as picked up on kiosk by taking a photo to confirm pickup and move on. Thousands of companies around the world use Zoom rooms and need to be able to join Microsoft Teams meeting from those rooms. Pexip solves this problem while delivering an unmatched user experience via Pexip Connect for Zoom rooms. A feature-rich meeting experience. Pexip Connect for Zoom rooms is an alternative to direct guest join that enhances the meeting functionality with one-touch join experience, hassle-free in-room content sharing, and dual screen support. Zoom Room customers can use Pexip Connect to quickly join Microsoft Teams meetings by simply touching a button. With in-room content sharing and support for dual screens, This offers complete experience. The solution is easy to set up right in Zoom admin portal and can be enabled in minutes. With native integration into Zoom Workplace, Pexip Connect for Zoom Rooms delivers a fully supported solution with unmatched reliability, quality, and security. Works with all Windows, Mac, and Android appliance based Zoom Rooms. It works magically in the background, so the user won't even notice it's there. Simply meet the way you expect to. Get the better experience when joining Microsoft Teams meetings from Zoom Rooms. These are some of the features that you will enjoy with Pexip Connect for Zoom. Join in one touch from pre-booked meeting rooms. Join in with meeting ID even if the room isn't booked. In-room content sharing is simplified. Just simply share content using in-room HDMI cable or use Zoom's wireless screen sharing functionality to achieve the same. Enjoy the engaging meetings with AI powered participants and content display, taking all the advantages of single screen or dual screen systems. You must be wondering why I am discussing Pexip interop feature and highlighting its advantages in a Zoom session. Pexip has joined Zoom's global independent software vendor exchange program, which enables customers to easily access the functionality directly from Zoom. So, what's in it for Zoom Room users? Pexip Connect for Zoom Room is available directly from Zoom, giving customers a one stop shop for purchasing. Yes, you heard it right. Native integration with Zoom provides high quality performance and quick bug fixes and comprehensive security and support. Pexip Connect for Zoom Room serves as that missing link, helping organizations maximize the value of their Zoom Room investments while enabling seamless access to Teams meetings. With that, we have covered all the topics for today. But hold on, we have an announcement. Ready to level up your Zoom experience? Join our India user group, a vibrant community where innovation meets collaboration. Connect with fellow Zoom users, get the exclusive insights on Zoom AI Companion and Workplace, and learn from industry experts. From troubleshooting tips to success stories, we are building something special together. To know more, log on to community.zoom.com. Hope you got to learn something new today. Your feedback is important. Please share your feedback through the survey that will pop up at the end of this session so that I can bring content of your interest in the upcoming sessions. See you in our next session in August. Bye for now.